Hey, hello. How are you all? Welcome to the party, pal. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce from Stock Markets with Bruce. I hope you had an okay weekend. The NHL playoffs have started, so away we go. Vancouver pulled out a win. The Jets pulled out a win. Leafs lost in Boston, and Canada goes, yeah. There you go, Toronto. We'll see what happens the next game. Welcome all to the program. We're positive to start the morning today. We've been positive all morning here. For what? I've been up now for a couple hours, and we were up 200 points on the Dow when I started rubbing my eyes. We're ahead right now, 185. We're up 22 on S&P. We're up 77 on the Nasdaq. Looks like just under half a percentage point gain, but we seem to have been 2/3 of a point higher earlier today. So the start is there. There's a positive start. It's a question of a dead cat bounce. Is that what we got? Because even if you drop a dead cat from a skyscraper, it will bounce. Maybe not so much, though. And there's the problem with dead cat bounce. It's an old expression. I don't hate cats. I love cats, love dogs. It's been around. This expression's been around since the 20s. Okay, 1920s. Just in case any of you are offended by the dead cat bounce thing. Welcome to the show. Oh man, Nvidia. What's going to happen with Nvidia today? What's going to happen with this super micro computer thingy? A couple of things to understand. On Friday, the entire marketplace was consumed by the drop-off of super micro computer stock, a $214 loss, down to $713 a share from $927 a share. The stock has been as high as $1,229. It's had a hell of a run here, and it's had a bit of a back off. A couple things to remind you of, or educate you folks on. If you're not a Gold Bagel member, you don't know this, because we covered this in our show already. The 52-week range. 52-week range for SMCI, okay? The low, $93. The high, $1,229. We're talking about a stock that went from about 100 to 1,200 and is now at 700, okay? To put this in sort of some perspective for you. The other thing to understand about SMCI, and this is probably the most important thing to understand, there are only 58 million shares in existence of Super Micro Computer Inc. 50 million free float. Okay, 50 million free float. That's all the shares that can trade on SMCI. So if you want to compare SMCI to Nvidia, to Apple, to Microsoft, to Facebook, you're dreaming. You're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing crumbs to a loaf of bread here. Okay, SMCI is puny compared to these monster mega companies. Now, stocks go up and stocks go down, no matter how big or how small you are. Ask Tesla, ask anyone else. So Nvidia last week gave up some market share, 300 billion in market share last week. Nvidia gave up 6 times the value, the total value of SMCI last week, and yet Nvidia is still just about a $2 trillion company compared to a market cap of SMCI of $41 billion. All right. Even at $1,200 a share, all right, SMCI was only worth about 55 to 60 billion. That was its total market cap at its all-time high. This is a nothing burger compared to the size and scope of Nvidia. And trust me when I say, there have been no downgrades on Nvidia as far as, oh, no one's ordering their chips anymore. Oh, nobody cares about AI anymore. Oh, AI doesn't matter anymore. None of that is going on. The speculation is Is the growth rate of 50% a quarter still relevant to expect? Which screams at me a bubble. You got bubble pricing, and so when a stock goes from $93 to $1,200, maybe it's 12 times too much. 12 times more is a bit too high, too fast. Right now it's 700. Maybe that's where it really should have been the whole time. There you go. So SMCI was margined to the hilt by day traders, by all kinds of speculators. Because you have to understand that the day trading mentality out there has shifted from January 2021, when many of you found me for the first time. Why were you here? Why did you find my channel? GameStop is why you came here. Many of you found me because of GameStop. And what did GameStop do? It went from $4.80 a share in June of 2020 to $480 a share by January, February of 2021, in 6 months. That's what attracts the following, the masses. And how many people were playing GameStop on margin, or tried to? How many played all the other meme stocks on margin? And what was the market doing in 2021? The whole stock market hitting all-time highs. The stock markets were hitting all-time highs in 2021. And we had a correction in 2022, and then we muddled about in 2023, and now 2023 late, new all-time highs. First thing this year, new all-time highs. And here is this stock, SMCI, catching everyone's attention. Now, Nvidia, same thing. It had a great run. Nvidia, the 52-week range, $262 for the low, $974 for the high, and we're at $769 right this minute, $6-7 higher. So it too has had a wonderful run, but not 12 times. A 12-time run on Nvidia would have taken it from $260 up to $3,000. Well, it didn't go to $3,000. It went to $974 for a microsecond, and it's been hanging around the 900 mark for quite a bit of time-ish lately. But right now, $769. Is this a disaster for Nvidia? No. Is this a get me out at all costs? I'm never getting into the stock again because it's a bunch of garbage. No. What's happened in Nvidia? Margin calls. And it's been sparked by those who played others on margin calls. We had the whole market backing off on Friday because folks were overexposed, too aggressive, thinking one way: higher, higher, higher. The stock's just going to go higher. All stocks are just going to go higher because that's what most of the market thinks. It's how most of the market plays the market. People buy low to sell high. That's what they do in everything they think about. Call options: buy low, sell high. Buy the stock, dump the stock. Here on this channel, a number of you have become deadly assassins, and you've become option writers. Now, for some of you on the Tesla front, for example, Tesla now for 3 months has been just garbage. I mean, the stock has not done great. If you're a long and you're looking for a tripling in price, hasn't happened, has it? But those of you who've written options on Tesla, it's been easy pickings. You wrote 220s, you bought them back. You wrote 200s, you bought them back. You wrote 180s, you bought them back. You wrote 170s, you bought them back. You wrote 160s, you bought them back. I mean, it's just easy peasy to just write and buy them back, buy them back. And if you're doing credit spreads on Tesla, you can do put credit spreads, they'll stay well behind the market, or do call credit spreads and stay well ahead of the market. It's been easy. As long as the stock doesn't move too far too fast, it works. So when a stock moves too far too quickly and you are too close to the campfire, you get burned because the wind blows it your direction. And that is what's happening with Nvidia last week. This is what's happened on other stocks from time to time. And I know a number of you out there in the past, you were having problems with iron condor trades because your call positions on SPYs, triple Qs, other stocks were getting too close to the campfire, and you had to figure out ways to roll forward, and you had to then roll your puts forward, and some of you are having margin problems because you went all in on one position. You've broke a few rules with regards to how to do option writing. You don't go all in with what you got. Hard to play that game though when it's so exciting and when it works so well and it's happening and the markets are going your way and you're winning it. You start to kind of feel like I can't lose. This game is just great. I'm every move I make is the right move. Option writing, generally speaking, is where you win most of the time. Option writers who are very disciplined win 95% of the time, have the odd loss, but because they spread their bets out over a wider range of positions, they're not in any one trade that will sink their account. There's the difference. And again, this is maturity, this is capital on hand, this is experience, and it's okay if you've had a bit of a hit on a position. You call it a learning curve. I've put 17 lessons together to try to help you on how to write options. What I haven't done is 17 lessons on here's what you do after you've made a whole bunch of money, and here's how to handle yourself from here on out. Because my whole class thing has been to introduce you to the wide world of option writing, and it is a wide world of option writing in a concise number of classes. And here, even on sale, putting 5 for 4. And congratulations for those of you who've been picking up the 5 for 4 deal. You're saving yourself some dough. You're making a commitment to really study this. I have more and more classes to bring you on how to manage what you're doing. Once you get into option writing, you can't just go, oh, that's the answer. That's all I have to worry about now. A couple easy lessons and I'm good to go. It's the cardinal sin is when you think you know enough, or you know more than you need, and you're just doing great because you have results. You've got positive results. You're going, oh, I got positive results. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Doesn't work that way. This game never stops evolving. The options market is still evolving, and this little device here has changed everything in the last 3 to 5 years and will continue to change everything because we're now getting ready with our latest versions of these, with the computing power of these and the apps you're going to get into that you're going to be offered going forward from your platform accounts. Trust me, you're going to start to notice you're going to need a certain kind of phone or better to be able to maximize your app's performance. And the apps, these trading apps from these brokerage firms, are going to contain a lot of artificial intelligence suggestions. And when it comes to options, oh, do we need AI intelligence capability, because the options business can be a very complicated business. As some of you have figured out, who have said to me, Bruce, I'm trying to do some rollovers here, and I got a lot of stuff on my plate here. I'm overwhelmed with how much I have to think about. Yes, that's true, because the options game can be simple, where you just own 100 shares of stock and then write a call against it. Sure, you can do that. But it can also be a little more complicated than that if you're going to do something like poor man covered calls, or if you're going to do credit spreads or spreads of any kind. You now are playing different angles from different sides. I'm doing all I can to give you the heads up about how complicated this market is, but I cannot give you lesson 25 if you haven't taken lesson 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't help you there, because you're not going to understand a word I'm talking about. You're going to go, I used to understand this guy, but now he's talking such complicated stuff, he's over my head. It is very complicated, and it is a $5 trillion growing business. Every week the turnover $5 trillion. This number will soon be 6, and then will be 7. The rest of the planet is coming into this market, all right, and you've got to be comfortable in your skin with what you're doing. Doing credit spread option writing is actually a very conservative way to work this market. Where else can you take a $10 spread on Nvidia stock with $1,000, make a wager on Nvidia with $1,000 of gross risk, less your credit that you get when you make the trade? So if it's $200 credit, you're risking $800 on 100 shares of Nvidia. 100 shares of Nvidia at $770 a share is $77,000. You're handling $77,000 worth of stock for $1,000. Where else can you get that? That's the options market. Is there any reason why there isn't some volatility there? I mean, think about it. You're controlling 77 worth of grand, 77,000 worth of grand with $1,000, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. You can do multiple numbers, or you can do higher spread trades. Higher spreads give you bigger credits, bigger return, but you have to measure. The key here is if you've got 10 grand lying around, you really shouldn't be more than a third into your money into any one position. If you've got 20 grand, maybe a fifth now. If you've got $50,000 that you're managing, 10 grand a position is the max exposure you want to have. Ideally. Now, I get it. Again, I bring this right back to the reality of the markets. If you got 20, 30 grand and you've been winning on trade after trade after trade, it gets hard not to want to keep this game going and not to want to play more. As I've said a million times to you folks, if you are managing 10,000 or 100,000 or a million, the trades are identical. It's a question of how many of these contracts are you writing. It's all it is, just how many of them. The key here is if you're doing a $50,000 account and you have a $10,000 exposure in Nvidia and a $10,000 exposure in SPY, and $10,000 exposure in Microsoft, $10,000 in, say, Meta, Facebook, or $10,000 in AI, or you have $10,000 into deep into money calls and you're writing calls on those, you have $10,000 into the stock of SoFi, or you're writing you've got 5,000 SoFi dollars into the stock and $5,000 into cash secured puts. You're spreading yourself out, and that's the smart way to go because no one ship will do you in. One cannonball can't sink your fleet because your fleet isn't one ship large. This is the key to this business, and of course, as I've said again and again, and I'll keep repeating myself, the options business, if you're a writer, is conservative. It's not supposed to be speculative. It's not supposed to be all in for one hit. That's not the right way to be an option writer. So we learn, we grow, we build from here. We're at 770 on Nvidia right now. The stock seems to want to be refusing to go lower, but it can go lower, but it's refusing to do so. What I'm noticing here so far in the pre-market, we've been as high as I said, 780 something already. But even at 770 and 760 something, which has been the low of this pre-market, it does not seem to be a massive sell wave coming into Nvidia where people are being forced out of the market by their broker. That does not seem to be happening here. It looked to me like we had that happen Friday late. In the last 2 hours of the day, Friday, people got margin calls. And those who had margin calls and they only had Nvidia, they got hit the worst. Those who had other stocks and Nvidia, there was some give and take with what would sell and what would not. The low on Nvidia was 756 on Friday, with 770.50 right now. So it's $14 better, which is a nothing burger. This can be eliminated in a microsecond. We could lose $14 in 1 minute, not a problem. But we can also gain $20, $30 in a minute from here. We could be back to 800 in the first 15 minutes of trading right off the get-go because there are bargain hunters sniffing around here, which is what I'm getting the vibe right now is what's going on. On this SMCI, hard to say what is going to actually happen. It got as low as 688 a little while ago. Can't tell you the time, maybe 20 minutes ago. We're at 706 at the moment. Super Micro is still down $7, but it is climbing back up. And possibly this morning, when it did hit that 739 level, 735 level early this morning, it started getting hit by brokerage firms who have told clients, you have a margin call, what do you want us to do? And they start selling in the pre-market. The stock broke the 700 level around 7, what was it, Eastern time? About 7:57, or just before 8 o'clock Eastern, we broke the 700 level and hit a low of 688 or so briefly, like, I mean, half a minute. And now we're back to 706 and still down 7 on the session. So people are getting blown away, but they might be done knocking off those who couldn't come up with money over the weekend and have taken care of the sellers. And now we have a little bit of a rally coming. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't really want Nvidia to go up $50 in the first trade this morning. I don't want Nvidia to be up $50 in 3 minutes on this market. I would really rather it just churn through this market and this any selling that's coming in, absorb it, build a base from here, 750, 760, and then 770, 780. At the end of the day, if we're 780, I'm a happy guy. This is up. But if we are tomorrow and Wednesday, 800, 810, 820, great too. Wouldn't surprise me. I can see 50% recovery on most stocks that get hit badly in the next, like the week after their lows. So in the case of Nvidia, I can see $110 improvement from the 974 high and the 750 low. I can see halfway back as an easy range to go to. That would put us in this 850, 60 level. And for pretty well all of you out there, as far as credit spread writers, you should be okay. Again, depending. Now, some of you might be looking at rollover scenarios this morning and tomorrow and Wednesday, because Friday is the next expiry day. So we'll keep an eye on that. The market now, we think, will stabilize a little bit. We don't seem to have a 500-point drop first thing this morning. We're up 230 now on the Dow. We'll come back up again. So we don't have a massive sell-off of panic to get up. We've actually got bargain hunters coming in looking for deals. The question is, how long will they be looking, and how much do they want versus any short-term selling? There are flippers here. There are people who bought this stock, all stocks, late Friday, and are looking to sell first thing this morning on a flip. There's a lot of those guys, but then they have to do something with their money. And they're the ones who are going to go, well, if this market backs off a little bit after a nice pop this morning and then sort of stabilizes, I might get in again, because that's telling me the dip isn't all that serious. This was the dip. Now we could bump from here. Stick around, we'll figure it out. We're down 36 cents on crude. NASDAQ down 117. We're now 2/3 of a point higher again. We're 0.61 higher on S&P and the Dow Jones. So the markets are climbing again as they were this morning, back to those levels. And that's what we've got right at this moment. We are opening in 35 minutes. And I thank you all for popping in and saying hi. It's great to see you. Any updates in 23andMe? Billy Jack wants to know. I have no update that I'm aware of so far this morning. To be honest, though, I have not been watching 23andMe very closely this morning. I've been kind of a little busy on a few other areas. But could it be that sometime in the next few days, there are developments here? Yes, it could well be. The question is, who, how much, where, when, why. Everyone is obviously going to watch the first move that could be made would be by Anne Wojcicki. She's the CEO. She has indicated that she would like to take the company private, and she's exploring ways to do that. So that's the first shoe to drop. The question, of course, on everyone's mind is, okay, Bruce, that's great, thank you, but at what price? And I can't tell you that. I don't know. We're at 49 cents in the pre-market this morning, about 7/10 of a penny. Shares did reach 60 odd last week on the initial run. The question here is, will it only be the CEO trying to buy back this stock? Is that the only entity, the only party out there that would have an interest in getting this stock? Or is there potentially one or more others who would say to themselves, at $1 a share, 23andMe would be not a bad move, because the company has 240 million cash roughly on hand. With 300 something million shares out, this would be less than 100 million for the whole thing. I'd get a publicly traded company. I'd get the 23andMe brand name. I'd get the DNA library. This is a bargain because the library has generated, 10 million a year or more in membership fees. I mean, just for some pharmaceuticals to get access to some of that data is 10 million a year or more. Um, I think even 50 million has been paid annually towards the company for access to the DNA. So, getting that for 100 million, knowing you can bring in 50 million, that's a good buy. Anyway, we'll see. Plus, it's a publicly traded company. We'll see what gives. I don't know if Anne buys the company, the 23andMe company out of the public company. The public company could still become something else. Because there's two entities here. You have to understand this. There's the public company, 23andMe, that's listed. Then there's the 23andMe actual organization. And if you buy the organization from the public company and just give the public company cash, and then take the 23andMe organization out with the cash in it, with what cash it has in it now, you're swapping one for the other. Now you have a shell. The public company is a shell that might change its name to ABC Limited. And then you have a private company called 23andMe over here. Typically, though, when you take a company private, you cancel the shares that are outstanding. You, in effect, you buy them all up. Your organization buys all the shares outstanding, and the public company ceases to be a public company. All the public company shares are purchased. There are none left in the public's hands. The listing no longer exists, and that's the end of it. Where, on the other hand, if the deal is made where Anne only wants to buy control of the company, she wants to buy, she wants to get, I don't know, 40% of the company, and acquire it at $1, and then she has 60% of the company, and now they have a vote. The company has a vote to privatize itself, and she's the lead vote. She could probably force it through. Now, there might be SEC regulations against something like that. Again, I still believe the end game will be a buyout will be done. $1 to $2 is the price, in my humble opinion, and there might be more than one party after it. And again, that's my thought. Does it have to happen this week? Is there a law saying, "Oh, you better come up with an offer this week, or it's not going to happen"? No, this can go on indefinitely. This can go on for months. But sooner or later, it'll become clear whether there is any interest or not. Sometimes it's best to be the first off the mark with an offer. Now, if a publicly traded corporation or a privately traded corporation out there wishes to merge with this company, where say a private company worth $10 billion, $5 billion wants to merge with 23andMe. In effect, they want to sell themselves into 23andMe for a bunch of stock, or to do a swap of some kind. The company name will change, the listing symbol will change, but all existing shareholders will now be shareholders of company whatever, which is a combination of 23andMe and this other company, which is perhaps 10 times the size, 20 times the size, much, much larger. Well, then that could really affect the stock positively. If it's just a cash buyout, a public company out there worth $20 a share just says to 23andMe's board, "We'll give you $2 a share, get lost. Here, take this money, go away." And the board says, "This is the best deal we can get. Anne can't match this deal. We're going to take it." And that company comes to Anne and says, "We know you want to keep the company and all that stuff, but we have the dough to really take this thing further. We'd rather you be with us than not. Why don't you work a deal? We'll work a deal with you to bring you on." And I've talked about this ad nauseum now for a week. There could be millions of ways this deal goes down. So it's early, but sometimes the best move is an outside party just comes up and says, $1.50 a share, cash, and you either beat that or give it up. And let's go from there. Anyway, is it possible that Anne is getting calls, privately right now. Yeah, is it possible that the board of directors are getting and making a bunch of phone calls? Oh yeah, yeah. That you can count on a lot of that going on. Advisors in Wall Street, yes. Oh, there are all kinds of calls going on, but at the moment it's hush hush. Everyone has confidentiality agreements, so no one's talking publicly. You don't dare talk publicly right now with SEC rules until a deal is to be announced. So that's all I know, and that's what I'm following. Okay, there you go. Welcome, 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 welcome. Matterport halted in the pre-market, says Stinkbit. Matterport halted in the pre-market. Let's take a look here. It doesn't show this on my thingy. What do we got here? I don't see anything there. What about a press release? Nothing. May 6th is the earnings report for Matterport. I do not know if the stock is halted or not. Now, if your devices say so, thank you. Keep me posted on this. Let me in on it. TJ being acquired. Dude, where are you reading this? And Lizzie says Matterport shareholders will get $2.75 a share. That's what Lizzie is saying. There is no nothing on the company's site. There's nothing on the nothing on what I'm looking at here. So let me triple check. There we go over there. And I've got nothing anywhere at this moment in time. Let me take a peek over here. Matterport news. Matterport. Here we go. It says, Business Wire says, CoStar Group to acquire Matterport, the global leader in immersive 3D digital twins and artificial intelligence for the real estate industry that makes properties intuitive and interactive online. The transaction is expected to increase the development and deployment of advanced AI digital twin technology across all CoStar Group's product line. CoStar Group, which is CSGP, a leading provider, that's their stock symbol, a leading provider of online real estate marketplaces, information analytics, announced that it has reached a tentative agreement to acquire all outstanding shares of Matterport at a cash and stock transaction valued at $5.50 a share, reflecting an estimated $1.6 billion of enterprise value. Under the terms and conditions, Matterport stockholders receive $2.75 in cash and $2.75 in shares of CoStar common stock for each of the Matterport common stock. So it's a $5.50 deal, half cash, half stock. Chairman of CEO of Matterport, RJ Pittman, says, we're thrilled to join forces with CoStar Group, a longstanding customer and partner with a shared vision for transforming global real estate through technology and digitization. So they're happy. It says that it's supposed to be completed during the year. It's subject to approval of Matterport shareholders and the satisfactory customary closing conditions. The transaction has been unanimously approved by the Matterport Board of Directors, officers, certain other stockholders of Matterport, representing approximately 15% of Matterport's fully diluted shares. They've entered into a voting agreement to support the transaction. The transaction is subject to a 10% symmetrical collar based on a CoStar Group share price of $86.02 as the midpoint. Okay, sounds interesting. Of course, it sounds interesting. It sounds believable. Okay, well, CSGP is the symbol. CSGP. Let's put that up there. CSGP. CSGP is the CoStar Group stock. It's at 84.26 on Friday's close. It's 84.14. The public float of this company, CoStar, is 403 million shares. Its market cap is $34 billion. It does make money. And even on their site, there is no announcement. But there is an announcement on CoStar's. They did a Business Wire release. CoStar did. Again, first thing this morning. So Matterport, $5.50 a share, half cash, half stock. And if you stick around long enough for it, you will then be able to write contracts on CoStar if you wanted to. Although on the option side on CoStar, I don't know how active contracts really are. Looking at May 17 CoStar contracts, Very few traded, very few out there. The 85 calls is only 219 existing. 90s are 478. So it's a very thinly traded option entity for CoStar. Back to Matterport, however, for those of you in Matterport shares, with the halt happening at the moment, once the halt is removed, the stock will be allowed to trade at whatever the market thinks this should trade at. The question now is if they've got some kind of a press, they got some kind of an indication that they want to limit the CoStar's downward trajectory to $82 a share to protect the 275 value of Matterport, half the deal. So the street might look at this and go, okay, it's a 550 deal, half cash, half stock. It's not 550 in cash, so the stock won't trade at 550, but it might trade at 450 to 5 based on the 50-50 ratio. That might be the opening trade. So those of you who are into Matterport, whatever you're into it for, you're probably going to be trading closer to 450 a share or more. Now, the two companies have decided this is a good deal. Both board of directors have approved it unanimously. 15% of Matterport's large shareholders have said, yeah, we're voting for this deal. So it looks, 51% or more is all you need to approve the deal. 90% or more is to cinch the deal. Unless someone else comes up with a better offer, nothing else is going to happen here. And so as time goes by, if this shareholder vote is held in, say, 40 days from now, 35 days, 60, whatever days from now, the stock will kind of hang around this 4 to 550 level ballpark, maybe closer to 455. And then as we get closer to closing it out, it'll depending on CoStar's performance, it should be all right. The CoStar people know they're not buying a money-losing company. That's the key right there. What Matterport is doing, management, this is, again, I'm flying off the seat of my pants right now with my experience. What's happening here on the Matterport board of directors is the obvious. They're saying nobody wants our stock. Like, our stock just doesn't catch the market's attention. We're not big enough. We're not sexy enough. We're not whatever it is. We're just not a big, heavy-duty thing. We're not like SoFi. SoFi's on the tip of everybody's tongue. Matterport, who's ever heard of Matterport, is what most people will say out there. And so they're looking at, why don't we just become part of these guys and take some cash, $275 a share, but we'll take stock and we'll be part of these guys over here. And so that's the way they're playing it. Back to Matterport for a minute. Matterport's market cap was 540 million. Let's call it 550 million on Friday night, and the CoStar Group's market cap 34 billion. So we're talking a company that's 68 times larger, very approximately 68 times larger. CoStar stock is now down $1.97 to $82.29. This is to be expected. The company buying the other company will lose a bit of value. Now, going forward, all this week and next week and the week after, CoStar and CoStar's fans, promoters, analysts that follow the stock will all talk about this deal and will likely say, this is a good deal for CoStar because you're getting Matterport at the cusp of its breakout because they just turned cash flow positive. And now's the time to make your move, okay? There's the story. Interesting, everybody. Yeah, if you could score any Matterport under $3 a share, I'd be buying it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, cash and common stocks is, let's see, 550. And 275. Frugal City, thank you for that. Matterport, another winner, Bruce. Let's see. What is it here? 475 average for 900 sustained bid. What else we got going here? 8,000 shares, says Alberto, at 202. Take me up. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. And what else have we got here? Good morning, all. Let's go. What else is happening up here? What happens if you don't get enough? You might get a fractional. I don't actually know. So what you'll do is you'll buy enough Matterport stock to get another share if you're that close. If y'all sitting on $10 average or above, why are you folks sitting on above $10 average? You've had all this time to average down. What happens to the call options? They still trade until the takeover, and they will reflect the price of the stock. That's what's going to happen. There you go. There's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, we'll find out. Matterport, we'll see when it gets recalled for trading here. As I say, I don't know if it's been. I don't think it's been recalled yet. Let's see here. Let's go here, and let's go to over here. Go over there. Where am I? Where am I? I'm here, and there we go. Matterport on CNBC, trading at 175. Last it was traded, trading halted, still on at the moment. So, top secret discussions were happening at Matterport, obviously, for probably days or weeks. This has been going on for a while. This announcement is 7 minutes ago, according to some of the sources. And they're supposed to report their numbers. They will still report their numbers on May 6th. Matterport will still report their numbers on May 6th. So, like I say, it really should trade closer to 475 to 5. My humble opinion. CoStar is not going to go to $50 a share because of this deal. This is a big, big company compared to Matterport. There's just a knee-jerk reaction on CoStar. And if they've done some kind of a cap deal here. So there's some kind of an arrangement to ensure that Matterport shareholders get $5.50 a share. So maybe if the shares of CoStar go lower, maybe Matterport shareholders get more CoStar shares to keep the deal at $5.50. So if it goes to $80, they might get 1.1 shares of, again, we'll follow it. Lots to follow. Okay, there you go. All righty, what else? Anyway, folks are reacting to this deal. Lots to react to there. We'll follow that. As I say, this can happen to any stock at any time. I mean, any deal can be made. The 23andMe thing, Anne wants to take it private. Okay, she offers $1 a share, let's say, publicly and formally, and company number 2 comes along and says, we'll give you 1 of our shares for every 10 of your shares. And you look at the shares of the other company and they're trading at $25 a share. And now you got to go, do I take $1 cash from Anne, or do I take $2.50 in paper from company B? Because Anne's deal is a dead end. She takes my stock, I get the money, and I have to walk. Over here, I get stock at $25 a share, 10 for 1, and the two combined are maybe a much more valuable entity. Company number 3 comes along and says, we'll give you $1 a share and we'll give you a 10 for 1 on our stock, and our stock's trading at $30 a share. Well, now you're getting $1 cash and a $3 worth of stock, $4 deal for 23andMe. Now what do? Well, you're not going to take the $1 a share. You got that from this company. They're offering you $1 a share, but they're offering you paper. The other guys are only offering you paper. Now it's a bidding war, and away we go. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Matterport is getting acquired. Yes, it is. Matterport is getting acquired. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. Matterport has agreed to sell out to a company called CoStar. Symbol CSGP is the name of the buyer of Matterport. And let me take a quick move right here if I can for you. Go over here, work my way over there, and let's see if I can prop this up for you. That might be it right there. Let's pop this up right now. Boom. There you go. There's CoStar. CoStar is at $82 a share, and $82.72. It's down $152 at the moment. Closed at $84.26. The 52-week range, if you go all the way over to the end over here, low of 67, high of 100. The average volume is 2.2 million shares per day, and it is a moneymaker. The company is profitable. Okay, let's go back to. Let me do this. Sorry, folks. A little discombobulated here. There we go. And we're back here, and we're going to go to this stock. I'm looking at financials for CoStar Group, sales and revenue. In 2019, it was 1.4 billion in gross sales. Then in 2020, 1.6 billion. 2021, 1.9. 2022, 2.1 billion. 2023, 2.4 billion in gross sales. They made money every year from 2019 forward that I can see. 1 billion in profit in 2019. That's gross income. Let me go to net income. Hang on, I don't want to mislead you. Let me go right to the bottom line. Okay, here we are. Net income, 314 million in 2019. Then it dipped a little to 227, 292. The next year, 369, and now 374 million dollars in net profit. Last time they reported for the final year. Earnings per share, 92 cents a share versus 86 cents a share 5 years ago. Stock outstanding, 407 million shares out. Now they'll issue more stock to get their hands on Matterport. Matterport has 310 million out, so they're going to have to issue 155 million shares to get Matterport, plus cash to get the company. Okay, and CG as a CoStar Group balance sheet, cash on hand, $5.2 billion in 2023. They're sitting on a bunch of dough. Latest quarter, 5.2 billion in cash as of the end of December 2023. So to buy Matterport for 275 a share at 310 million is 500 something million dollars. Not even, barely a tenth of their cash. So this is not going to be a very expensive way to have them to acquire the company. Again, I'm doing this on the fly. I'm learning this as fast as you are. So thank you all for those of you giving me the heads up on this. Appreciate you letting me in on this so I could double check on that. All right. Alrighty, let's go. Alberto, yes, the next takeover is SoFi at $35 a share. Thank you very much. Apple will take over SoFi at $35 a share. We'll take Apple stock. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Berlin, I've always liked Matterport. Looked at it as a long-term holding. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Dude, I know Credit Savage has some of these. He's got to be happy. And there you have it. Anyway, I don't know if you can, I don't think it's trading right now. And whatever's trading at, if you can get it under 3, I'd be buying it. But I have no idea what the market will be. There could be some gyrations in the early market. I don't know when it'll be called for trading. They might wait for half an hour after the opening. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Mr. Premium of the Option, happy Monday. Time to fill our pockets. There you go. And Charlie, Uncle Bruce, how does Matterport being bought usually affect our stock? Well, again, it's positive news in that the stock is going to go up in value. Obviously, it's been valued at $550 by another company. They're willing to put cash and stock up to get it. So, hey, this is fine. It's not $20 a share. It's not $50 a share. It's not even $10 a share, but it's a hell of a lot better looking than $175. And if you go with the deal, you decide to, take the offer if you want to wait that long, rather than just sell the stock at $5 or whatever you want to do. By go into the CoStar deal, become a CoStar shareholder through this merger. Okay, write it that way if you want, but I suspect many of you will watch the market. You'll wait this next week out, which you should, to see if anyone else comes up with a hostile offer. Is there another company out there that might come up with a $6 all-cash offer for the company and just blow this deal out of the water? I've seen bidding wars. They can take on all kinds of ways and forms, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see what's going on. All right. Market data for Matterport has been halted, says the big T. And good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lana Lurker is saying good morning to everybody. Let's get going. We're opening in 9 minutes for the session today. Thank you all for joining me this morning and hanging around. Nvidia right now, $776.98, up $15 a share. So that's improving. This super micro computer stock is positive now, plus $6. at 720. It just reached a few minutes ago 726. So it's incredibly volatile, but it is moving higher. The market seems to be on the plus side of the equation right now. Dow's up 215 points. We're up 29 on S&P, and we're up 121 on NASDAQ. So we're seeing that. Let's see what else is going on. I think it's possible to. Is it possible for people to short Matterport on belief of a slow housing market? You wouldn't want to short this stock now. Wow, no kidding. And let's go back to Matterport one last time. Short position on Matterport, by the way, is 8.9 million shares. It's only 3.3% of the company. There's a very small short position on Matterport. If this happened to 23andMe with 32 million shorted, there would be an effect. If this kind of a deal came together on SoFi, there would be an effect. But with only 8.9 million shorted on Matterport that we are aware of, there isn't going to be all that much of a big hit here. Anyway, that's the story. I'm sticking to that. Welcome to the party, everybody. Welcome to the program. Lots going on here. Hello. Welcome to Monday. We got stuff happening. One of our stocks that we've been following here, Matterport, is getting taken out at 550. That actually, I'm quite happy to see that. That is 3+ times the value of the stock at last trade. Not bad. It is certainly much more reflective of a realistic value. But again, it could be, in the long run, a super bargain for CoStar. It could be the bargain of bargains for these guys. And I say more power to you. You buy when no one else wants to buy. When the stock's at the low is when you strike. And these guys are striking now. They are striking now. And I can see why. Because if the stock were trading at 275, they'd have to offer $7.50 or $8. If the stock were trading at $4, they'd have to pay maybe 10 to get it. Well, here you go. It's $5.50 a share, cash in stock. Let's see what's going on. Always average down these positions. Average down your smart rents. Average down your ME. Average down your other stocks that have really fallen off. That's what you got to do. If you like the business plan, you average them down. Stick around and let's see what's going on. All right. Anyway, there it is. We just go with it as we see it. Again, I'm just reacting to what's happening here. I didn't call on this to happen. I didn't expect it. Am I surprised? Not really. Surprised now. 7:20, by the way, on your SoFi. We're opening in 6 minutes. Thank you all so much for your support today. It's great to have you here. Never a dull moment is what we got going on right here. I'll tell you that right now. Never a dull moment. All right. Let's move on here to commentary for members only. Thank you for being a member of this channel. Thank you for following this channel, supporting it. If you're a subscriber, I thank you very much for subscribing to our channel here. We'll try to keep you posted on all things relevant to the markets. Again, thank you for becoming members, Chillum's Uncle Bruce members, Gold Bagel members. Those of you renewing your membership, thank you. And if you're a Gold Bagel member, we try to make it worth your while, keeping you posted and giving you trade tips as best we can when deals come along. All right, everybody, welcome all to the party, pals. Man, what a morning. Going to be interesting. Some of you are going to run into a bit of a bump here on your accounts because you're Matterport. If you've hung in there this long, you deserve it. We'll see how this market reacts once we get this thing rolling here. Waiting for the Matterport shares to be recalled back for trading. We'll see when this comes along. All right. Thank you for the thumbs ups this morning, everybody. 102 thumbs ups are in. I appreciate that. It all helps the channel's analytics. You've probably noticed every YouTuber begs for thumbs ups all the time. Thank you all for throwing in your share of thumbs ups to us. We really do appreciate it. All right. Okay. What else is going on here? There we go. We're up 3 on Rocket Lab. We're up 6 on SoFi. You wonder if Rocket Lab is going to be a takeover target. Would SpaceX take him over for like $10-12 a share? Who knows, right? Would Boeing take him over? Would Northrop Grumman take him over? Who would want to take over Rocket Lab, and why not? I don't know. Just saying. Wall Street loves Rocket Lab, though, and it should be an $8 stock. And if it were an $8 stock, the takeover would be 25. So hello, SoFi $7.20 a share, $35 a share. What do you want to buy for this? What do you want to pay for this company? We're up a nickel on GameStop right now. Matterport still halted, waiting for that to be released. 23andMe up to 51 and a quarter cents now. 3-cent gain on 23andMe. So it's popped a little bit here. Again, what will be the deal for 23andMe? Who and for how much? The fact that the company has 240 plus million in the bank, to me, makes it very attractive under 80 cents a share. Absolutely a giveaway under 80 cents a share. I cannot see this deal going for less than $1. I really cannot. And that price is utterly ridiculous. But there you go. This is a ridiculous world in which we live. Welcome to the party, pals. CoStar is taking over Matterport. The CoStar share is $82.50 a share, down 176 so far this morning. Nvidia now is $781, up 1938, coming into 2 minutes before the opening, and Nvidia is rolling. SMCI, the super micro, is holding $731 now, up $17. So that is positive on obviously others as well. There you have it. Beach Boy, Emmy up 6% in pre-market. Yes, sirree, kids, get ready. Alex, I have some Matterport at under $2 average. Bad news is I wrote $3 Jan 25 calls. Any idea what happens next? Theoretically, you buy back your January 25 calls. If you see the stock take a little pop and then back off a little bit, you wait for your moment to buy those back and then go ahead and write fives. You could. Offer your shares for $5, whatever, and write Jan 26s for $5. I don't know if you can, but I don't know. We'll see, Alex, what's going on. We'll see what's going on. Lorraine, is that a hit to me? You can't afford to block me. All hell will break loose. You know I love my solar. Lorraine, the birdie, again, I don't know what's going on here. People are talking to each other in code. I do not know what's going on. Welcome all to the show. Luca, it's not, and I'm number 99 here. Everybody, ciao. I'm still in Toronto for another few days. Welcome, Luca, to Canada. Nice to have you in the country, although I'm down here where it's going to be 90-something. I think we're 99 for the high today. Very nice and warm. We open in 1 minute, everybody. Get ready to rumble. Going to be a busy one, I'm sure. We have a lot to follow here. Tons of different stories going at the same time. We've got the markets having a gain all morning here in the pre-market. We've been up over 200 plus points on the Dow pretty well most of the morning. Nvidia now 781, up 1905. I'm sure that's a relief to a lot of you out there. And I'm showing the Dow up 223, S&P up 30, NASDAQ up 120. That is 0.6 to 0.7 of a percentage point higher across the board, and crude is down 84 cents a share. Larry Titus, thank you, my friend, for hitting that bell, and I love it. Alberto, being a moderator, Uncle Bruce, I'm blocking all that. Don't hit the thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Earl Harwell, good morning, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming in and helping out. We're trying to get this market rolling to see what's happening. We're following a lot of different trends. Thank you for the thumbs up numbers so far. They are now at 126. Thank you. Going for 200 every day. I appreciate you all. You have no idea. Thank you so very, very much. All righty. 340 of you are watching. Welcome to the program. If you're watching this show, you just came here, Matterport, MTTR, one of the SPACs that I've been following since February of 21. They're being taken over by a company called CoStar, an 80-something dollar stock company, 60 plus billion in value, taking out Matterport. Last trade on Matterport was 175 in the pre-market. The deal is 550. Half cash, 275, half stock in CoStar, 550 a share is what the deal is on this takeover offer. And Matterport and the board of Matterport, the board of directors of CoStar, have both unanimously approved the merger. This is a friendly takeover. They too want this to happen seamlessly at 550. It's more than triple the value of the company as of last trade. Some of you will say, yeah, but the stock was $3 just a little while ago. This is hardly anything. I know, but can another company come in and make a counter offer? Yes. Will another company make a counter offer? I don't know. That is the question. All right. Thank you, everybody. Got it. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Good news no matter how you look at it. Wooly, number 124 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, my friend. Welcome all. Flint Creek, Dad is a regular listener now, Uncle Bruce. Yay. Welcome. Why not just sell Matterport puts? Why not just write some cash secured puts? Sure. Write $4 cash secured puts. Write fives. Yeah, sure. You can do that. Play it any way you want. We're up 131 on the Dow right now. ME is at 49.4, up about a penny. The SMCI super microcomputer SMCI is up, was up $5, now down 40 cents. Nvidia is still holding a $20 gain, $23 gain at 785. There's volatility out there, of course. We've got SoFi at 716, up a nickel. GameStop down 2. Rocket Lab is down 3. AI up 8. Spire up 3. The Spider Index, SPY ETF that you all follow, is up 229. The Qs are up 260. Adobe up 561. Uber up 65 cents. Apple is up 70. Tesla under pressure down 774. Enphase down 4. AMD is up 150. Netflix down 283. Matterport shares still halted, not yet trading, have not been called for trading. The company has been given a takeover offer. They've agreed to it. The question now is, are there going to be any dissenters, other counter offerers for the company? We'll see what's going on. Will the S&P 500 break its 6-day losing streak? That is the question we'll answer tonight at the bell. I'll let you know at that point. Or you'll know for yourself. Smart Rent up 3 cents. Is that a takeover target? It's $2.32 a share. Would that be taken over at $6 a share? $6.50? $7? Cash? Stock? What's going to happen? I don't know. That's a company turning the corner into profitability. ATIP 403. What's going to happen with ATIP? We all ask. We're down 14 on Unity. $1.59 ahead on Google. Moderna down 118. Cisco down 8. Pfizer's up 7. Microsoft up 212 at 401 now. Earnings coming up shortly on all of these guys. The Trump stock, DJT down 179. IBM up 21. HPQ up 3. Owens Corning up 265. Amazon up 376. Home Depot up 71. Vanek is up 145. Goldman up 141. Boeing down 124 to 168.75. Meta, Facebook up $9. Big recovery going on here on a lot of our stocks. We're looking at Nvidia now at up 1540. That's $777 a share right there. Costco up 91 cents. JP Morgan up 79. Walmart down 28. Disney up 7. American Airlines up 14 cents. AMC up a penny. DraftKings up 52. And Royal Caribbean up 91 to $132. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party. We're up 78 on the Dow, 18 on S&P, 98 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the winner, up 2/3 of a percentage point. The Dow up 1/4 of a point, and S&P up 0.38 of a percentage point. Oil down $1.04 to 82.10 right now. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. We have a ton going on. Never a dull moment around here. Nice to see you all joining us today. The speculation is running rampant everywhere. Is 23andMe going to get a formal offer from Ann, the CEO, Ann Wojcicki, or will there be another offer from someone else? Anytime, whenever. Matterport has been offered $550, and they took it. They took a $550 offer from CoStar, half stock, half cash. We'll see how that plays out. Nvidia is up $16.75 to $778. SMCI is down $12 now to $701, and now it's down $3 to $710 in one trade. So You tell me what SMCI is doing. It's 50 million shares outstanding. It is a day dreamer's dream stock to play with, easy to manipulate, such a small float. Nvidia is up $15 with 2 billion shares outstanding. SMCI 50 million shares outstanding. So, I mean, we're comparing a $40 billion company to a $2 trillion company. It's not even a fair fight. We shouldn't be paying attention to SMCI with respect to Nvidia at all. Nvidia now $780, up $18. Good morning, Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Seems Matterport is getting acquired by CoStar for $5.50 a share. I like it. I have thousands, Uncle Bruce. Averaging down is a wonderful thing. There you go. Averaging down is the name of the game. Matt, it's not too late to average down on SmartRent. Not too late to average down on 23andMe and others. Like I say, some of these stocks are super cheap. There's interest in them there, Hills. What can I say? Interesting to see how other companies watch other companies and they pick their moment to strike and grab a deal at a bargain price. $5.50 a share for Matterport. Is that a bargain price? If no one else tops the offer, then that's the deal. There it is. So we'll see. 7.13 on SoFi, up a couple of cents. We're down a dime on GameStop. The Rocket Lab is down a penny. Nvidia 7.79. We're all over the place here. 7.10 on Super Microcomputer. ME 48.9, virtually unchanged. Maybe a half a penny differential here. 85-point gain on the Dow. 19.8 on S&P. Nasdaq up 108 points. There is the deal right now. Man, oh man, what a fun time we're having here. Never a dull moment. Matterport still not trading. It's been 8 minutes into the opening. To be fair to all shareholders of Matterport, they have to be made aware of this. They have to be given a reasonable amount of time to be aware of what's happening to their company and their brokerage firms, the platforms that they have. You should, if you're a shareholder of Matterport, you should be getting alerts from your broker. Your brokerage entity should be sending you alerts. I'd be curious to know, have you, who are holding Matterport shares, been getting any alerts this morning on this takeover? I'd love to know. Savage is saying, I've been selling Matterport cover calls even down here. Why? Because always be writing. Even at 50 cents a share, I was writing. Took in thousands. Never sit idly on stock. Always be writing. Cindy B, I have 11,000 Matterport and 9 $1 calls that I bought for Jan 2025 and 2026. There you go, Cindy B. Savage of Wall Street, I have not gotten any alerts from RH or Schwab, Robinhood or Schwab. Neither of them have given me updates. Now, if this were 1985 and I were your stockbroker, I would be phoning you at your house. I would be leaving messages at your office before you got there. I would be leaving voicemails urgently having you call me. I would even tell you why I am calling. I would tell you about your Matterport share, and I would urge you to give me a call. And so I would be going with my assistants, phoning every one of my clients that has the stock to let them in on what's going on and what we think you should do about it. That is called customer service, and that is looking after your clientele. No alerts on Questrade, by the way, says Bobby. Charlie C. Uncle Bruce, should we put in a stink offer for $5.50 on Matterport to sell it? I wouldn't do that. Why? Long shot, someone else makes an offer that's better, and then you're selling too low. But what are the odds? I don't know. It's too early. I mean, what has it been, half an hour since I found out? So I would not be putting an offer in there. Double D, not a word on Matterport. 800 shares, 205 average. Not a word. Depeche, nothing from Merrill or Robinhood. Alberto, none on Charles Schwab. Charlie, Fidelity hasn't said a thing yet. This is the downfall of the current stock market as we speak. The SEC has been convinced by all the big brokerage firms, let us take care of everything. Let us put these apps out there. Let people buy and sell stock. Let them do options. We'll monitor them. We'll inform them. We'll guide them. And then here comes an offer that is triple the value of the stock last trade, and not an alert to be found anywhere. The only good thing that's happened on this whole Matterport thing, the only good thing is that the smart folks at NASDAQ has halted the market. They've halted the stock. Unbelievable. The CoStar stock's trading. It's 84.50, up 24 cents a share this morning. So it's up on the day. And they've announced the deal from their end. CoStar Group to buy Matterport in a deal with a $1.6 billion enterprise value. There's a headline right there that just came out a little while ago. CoStar Group to post first quarter earnings. That was a few days ago. They're coming up with their earnings. Matterport's coming up with their earnings. And CoStar is coming up saying, hey, we're going to take over Matterport. Yeehaw. But there's no street, nothing. All of those shareholders of Matterport should be getting alerts. You should be getting email alerts, personal email alerts from your broker. This is the job of the broker. It doesn't happen anymore. Savage Wall Street, fine, Uncle Bruce here, my broker. Matterport's being acquired by someone. What does that mean? Are we pooped? Good, bad? It's all good. Alberto Savage, what's your average? Sell my house. Good morning, I'm 143. Amy, thank our swim Schwab. Put up an alert first thing this AM. You just need to enable news feed on your positions. Alberto, if I know Savage, you're below $2. Savage, my average on Matterport, $293 actually. Alberto, you be good. BW, Mom, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Schwab only has it announced on the Think or Swim in their newsfeed, not an alert or an email to be found anywhere. Savage of Wall Street, sorry, 243 is my average. Alberto, 550, half cash, half stock is the deal. Steve, good morning, everyone. Good morning, all of you who are members of this channel and non-members of this channel. Thank you for joining me today. 781 on Nvidia. We're up $19 right now. We've got a 45-point gain so far on the Dow. Nothing incredible, but we were over 200 an hour ago. So wondering where the buying interest is coming from. 99-point gain on NASDAQ. I'm waiting for the first hour to come and go. I want to know, is there a real bounce coming into this market? Is this a dead cat bounce? Are we just going to go up a little and then come back down and go lower? Is there a sell wave coming? How big? How long? The buy wave, how serious? Is this buy wave today, bargain hunting buy wave, real and sustainable? We need to know before we can figure out where we're headed. SMCI down 368, Nvidia up $20. There's your spread between reality, Nvidia, and hopes, wishes, and dreams on SMCI. SMCI is a day trader's dream with 50 million free trading stock. Nvidia is the institutional's favorite with 2 billion shares free trading, a $2 trillion monster, and it's worth more than 783. Just my personal humble opinion. We're at 717 on SoFi, up 6 cents. A week from today, SoFi releases their financials. Oh, what a week we are into here. Oh, gosh. What can I say? Charlie, my Matterport average is 1621. I'm wondering if I'm better off just rolling with new company on Matterport. I don't know what to tell you. You didn't average down. You're getting a partial recovery. You can wait. I don't know. It is what it is. BW, Uncle Bruce, why cash and stock versus all stock or no cash or all cash? Why choose one versus the other? Now folks can see if a company is good but drops. The big boys are always circling. They know too. They have money. Yeah, well, look, if you're the buyer, you got to sit there and go, okay, well, if we give these guys, it could have been that they came to them and said, why don't we just give you $4 a share cash, take a hike? And the guys at Matterport are going, oh, no, we love the upside of our company. We just turned cash flow positive here. We got money in the bank. We have no debt. We can go a long time. We believe in the upside of our corporation. And CoStar might have said to them, we believe in it too. We actually really like you guys. We like everything about you guys. We want to make you a wholly owned subsidiary. We want to keep the management in place. Top guys we want to keep in place here. Why don't we do a 50-50 deal? You get some dough for your stock, capital and everything. And you get paper, and it's paper in us. We're together. We're now together as a united front. And if Matterport's contribution to CoStar is going to be over much larger than a small percentage of the company, then the stock of CoStar will go to 100, 120, 150 a share. You guys could enjoy a doubling of our stock, which is another 275 a share to you, net, really. So what is that now? 825. There you go. Are you interested? I mean, there's back and forth, wheeling and dealing. It could have been that CoStar came to Matterport and said $3 a share, cash, get lost, and Matterport said we're not on the table. We're not on the table for that. We're just not on the table at that level. And so, how about 275 cash and 275 stock then? 550. How about that deal? It could have been weeks of discussion, minutes of discussion. I don't know. Someday somebody might write a book. I have been focusing on averaging down SoFi. Right on, Charlie. Cindy, my average on Matterport is a little over $5 on 2 platforms. I might be able to recoup over 35,000 in losses. There you go. RB, what is happening with Matterport? There you go. We're waiting for the opening. Still halted at last report. Yes, still halted on Matterport. Last trade pre-market 175. The takeover is happening. Going to be acquired by CoStar Group. So I've never heard of CoStar Group until this morning myself, by the way. Not that I know who those guys were either. Okay, there you go. That's what's happening on Matterport. Following this story here for sure. Oh my goodness gracious. Isn't this fun? Never a dull moment. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to rearrange my phone a little bit here just to be able to follow this story a little more. Man, oh man, oh man. There we go. Matterport, 174.75. No trades yet. Halted. We're up 51.9 on the Dow. We're up 24 on S&P. NASDAQ up 130 points. NASDAQ is 0.85 percentage point higher, almost a full percent. The Dow 0.14. So the Dow is way behind NASDAQ right now. All right. Does a wash sale apply if taken out? I can't answer. Not my expertise, unfortunately. Or fortunately for me, I'm not a tax guy because I don't want to be a tax guy. I didn't ever want to be a tax guy. Not my area of the world that I'm familiar with here. All right. We're up 9 on SoFi at 720. The volume on SoFi this morning, 3.2 million shares, a high of 723. Waiting to see this week's reaction to next Monday's results for SoFi. Big day next Monday, my goodness. ME at 48.2 cents, 525,000 shares traded. Very quiet on ME. Nvidia up $30 to $792 now, up $30. There you go. GameStop down 20, Rocket Lab up a half a penny. BW. So how does this play out? Someone buys 1,000 shares of Matterport today, and sits still as plays out. What happens to their 1,000 shares over to CoStar? Trying to play this in my head, not working. So if you buy 1,000 Matterport today, and you're not going to do anything, and this deal goes down, it goes down at 550, half stock, half cash. You're going to get $2,750 in cash, which will automatically be deposited into your account by your broker when the deal closes. And you're going to get 1,000 shares of or whatever this thing is, stock or whatever. No, it's not 1,000 shares. You're going to get stock, $2,750 worth of CoStar stock at 82 something a share. I think that's the deal. Let me double check here. Here we go. CoStar. Let's see. CoStar will pay $550 a share, split equally in cash and stock for Matterport. And they're not showing the ranges. So it's $275 worth of CoStar shares at probably 82 something a share set value. That's my hunch there. And so just do the math. You can figure out how many shares you're going to get. Not a lot of stock. I mean, it's an $85 stock. How many shares do you expect? 1,000 shares for 85 grand? Not going to happen, right? So you're going to get a smidgen of paper, just a smidgen of paper. You're probably better off just selling the stock into the market. We're trading now at $490, up $316 a share right now. 2.5 million went through here. We're trading at $490 on Matterport right now. There we go. Testy Donkey saw it. Thank you, my friend. Matterport going to 480. So 480, 490 right now is where it's trading at, 491. Very reflective of kind of what I figured in this hood. Slight discount to 550. But if the CoStar shares rise, then Matterport might rise as well. So there you go. Alberta, 100 plus shares is what you'll get for 1,000 shares. There you go. Anyway, there's the story. You can sell it now for $485, not $490, and just take the money and just say, I'm done. I'm out. Thank you. Or you can watch the stock all day today, tomorrow, next week. And if the shares dip 410, 420, you might want to buy it there. And if it runs back up to 480, 490, you might want to sell it there. You can play this game. You can sell your cash, buy back your cash secured puts if you've written any on this thing and say, thank you, sir. May I have another? There's all kinds of ways to play this, but the stock will not go back to 175 a share. That's not going to happen now. Those days are over. Okay. Thank you all. Congrats on the low ballers on Matterport. DB, I'm showing Matterport at 486. Yeah, 495 right now. Don't be surprised if it goes through 5. Don't be surprised. Average is 480, baby. Yeah, well, if we go to 510, it could go to 520. And if another offer comes in, if someone else from the outside says, no, 550 cash and stock, oh, no. We're bidding $6 cash. Well, that changes everything. Now the stock could go to 6.5 because now there's a bidding war. What does the first company do? CoStar. Do they come back and say we'll make it 750, 4 in cash and 350 in stock, or who knows? I don't know. J Boy, yes, dude, let's go. There you have it. 4.9 million. 490. Excuse me. 490 a share on 5 million shares so far. And I'm sure I am behind on that number. 5.1 million approximately have gone through. The market cap now is triple, $1.5 billion, not 500 million. There you go. Isn't this where Matterport really belongs anyway? Shouldn't it have always been here? But then again, no one was buying it, was it? It was anyone. ME 48.9 hasn't moved. Still a bargain, in my opinion, there. What can I say? Nvidia is up 32.80 at 794. For those of you into spreads, congratulations. Fold your arms, do nothing, relax. SoFi 723 up 12. GameStop down 19. Rocket Lab up 2 cents a share. When is SoFi going to do this? Well, what if Apple came along and said, we'll give you $5 in cash, and we'll give you $10 in Apple stock. How about that? $15 a share. Or what if Apple came out and said, we'll give you $10 cash and we'll give you $15 in Apple stock, $25 deal. Would you be happy with that? If SoFi started trading at $22, what would you do? How rich would you be, by the way? Anyway, thanks, Nala, says BW. Dude, this is a win if you average down. Fortunately, I listened when you said to lower your average. I did listen. Splatter, good morning, y'all. Good morning, everybody. We're at 489, 490 on Matterport right now. And the deal has been struck between CoStar. The CoStar shares are 86.18, up $1.92. So now CoStar shareholders like the deal. So it's working there, which means it's working for Matterport, which means the shares of Matterport could easily go through 5. If CoStar wants to go to 90 on the way this deal is working, this is good for Matterport shareholders because if Matterport shareholders are getting CoStar at 82, that puts a premium on the deal. It actually puts the deal higher than 550. Again, if it is locked in here, I don't know for sure, but that is the story. Headline, Matterport shares soar on takeover by CoStar Group. There you have it. Giddy up, everybody. Hope you're having fun this morning. Never a dull moment. Going back to this press release I looked at this morning, and this stock deal, I'm trying to figure out. Let me just take another peek here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, here we go. The transaction which is expected to be completed during the year, is subject to the approval of Matterport shareholders and the satisfaction of customary closing conditions, including applicable regulatory approvals. The transition has been unanimously approved by the Matterport Board of Directors, directors, officers, and certain other state stockholders of Matterport, representing about 15% of Matterport's fully diluted shares. They have entered into voting agreements to support the transaction. Now, this transaction is subject to a 10% symmetrical collar based on a CoStar Group share price of 86.02 as the midpoint. Okay. My hunch as to what that actually means is the two boards of directors and the negotiators have said, look, our stocks go up and down. Okay. Let's use 86.02 for CoStar. That might be the last 30-day average. I don't know. So let's just use 86 odd dollars. Okay. And now we'll use a 10 percentile range around that number, 10% higher, 10% lower, and guarantee Matterport shareholders on the close of this deal get $5.50 a share value. You're going to get $5.50 a share plus or minus. So if CoStar shares go down, you're protected. If CoStar shares go up, CoStar and Matterport still agree, $5.50 is the number. If it's more than 10% movement, if CoStar goes up $10 a share to 96, then the Matterport deal is more expensive than $5.50 to CoStar. But at 86.02 plus or minus 10%, this deal is locked in. I think that's what that means. Let me double check this here. Symmetrical collar at 86.02, 10% collar on this deal. So that now, again, it might be 5% above and 5% below, or it might be 10% above and 10% below. I don't know how this reads. In any event, there it is. Matterport is headquartered in Sunnyvale, California, has approximately 440 employees. Revenue for the year ending December 31 was $158 million, representing growth of 16% on a year-over-year basis in 2022. All right. Earnings are coming out for Matterport. Earnings are coming out for CoStar very shortly in both cases. I think this deal is pretty solid for both companies, and it would take a major opposing bid to upset this deal. It would take someone else would have to come in with a much stronger offer to shake this loose. Now, Matterport's 471 right now. I fully expect it to fluctuate between 4 and 525, 425, 525. Not surprising to me, one iota. But the cheaper this gets, Matterport, the better the deal to buy it. If you have some at a higher average and you can get some at 450, 440, 430, you buy it. You definitely buy it because you're going to get 550 for this thing. Just saying. There it is. Options only go to 350, says our nobody. Savage of Wall Street. I'm smart to sell 450 cover calls on Matterport for Jan 25 for 150, taking in a boatload of cash now to use so I can buy AI, Unity, more SoFi, and guarantee me 450 for Jan. Good idea. That's a $6 takeout. Why not? I mean, the worst case scenario is you got to buy those back for $1 at 550. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Matterport showing everyone today why you should hang on and average down on these losers. There you go. Luca, my bad luck when with put credit spread keeps going. 2 weeks ago, I opened one on SMCI when the stock's trading at 1,050. I stayed behind 200 at 820, expiring next Friday. You can see where it goes. It never ends. SMCI right now is sitting at $698, down $15. Where Nvidia is up 25 to 787 a share on Nvidia. BW Matterport opened up $7 options on Gen 25 chain. Wasn't there before, I recall. The big T. I wish ME deal was this clear. It's too early. We haven't got the numbers yet. It'll come. ME eventually will know. We'll eventually be told. But I cannot emphasize enough that it might be time to buy ME at 48 cents a share. It might be time to buy it. Get it down here. Get the average down here. But you got to pull the trigger. 466 on Matterport now. 466, 464. This is to be expected. 11.5 million traded. You're going to get people who are too impatient and they're going to want to move on. And they're just going to take this and run. They're going to give away 90 cents. They're just going to give it away. You want to take advantage of it? Totally up to you to do so. Cash secured put. Do you want to write $4 cash secured puts? $5 cash secured puts? Knock yourself out. There you go. ME 48.4. What can I say? $7.89 in Nvidia, up $27. SoFi up 11 cents. GameStop down 22. Rocket Lab up 2.5. No dull moment around here today, is there? Welcome one and all to the program. It's great to have you here. Tons to follow, tons to go on top of here. Wow, what a morning. We are busy today. I hope that a bunch of you are doing well on this Matterport move. You deserve it. I'm very happy about that. Those of you who've been listening to me and writing cash secured puts on this thing, I am thrilled. Those of you who've taken that move. All right, everybody, welcome to the party, all. Nice to have you here. What can I say? There is no boredom around these parts. We got Rocket Lab right now up 2.5. We've got SoFi up 11, GameStop down 20, Matterport up $3 at 473. We're climbing again. 23 in the up, barely a tenth of a penny. Spire down a penny. ATIP at 403 down 7 cents. Smart Rent up a penny at $2.30. Is there a warning across the bow on Smart Rent? You just saw it on Matterport. Now Smart Rent could be in play. I'm just saying. Apple up 87 cents. Goldman up 462. Cisco down 19. Tesla down 311. It's actually improving. Arc Innovations up a quarter. Microsoft up $1. Pfizer up 12. HPQ down 4. Alphabet, that's Google, up 196. Amazon up $2.40. Nvidia up $27 higher at $7.89. Unity unchanged. AI up 32 cents. Adobe up $1.50. The spiders are up 270. Netflix down 11. We got Q's up 285. IBM up a nickel. Meta Platforms, Facebook up 250, was up $9 this morning. Vanik up 256. Home Depot up 91 cents. Enphase up 145. Palantir up 23. Uber up 56. Coinbase 1462 gain to 225 a share. These cryptos at the moment, lots of activity there, but be careful. Thank you all for joining us today. Great to have you here. 90-point gain on the Dow. It's trying to do something. Matterport, 472 now, up 298. The CoStar Group, 85.99, up $1.73. The high of the day, 86.27. The low of the day, 83.16. CoStar is buying Matterport at 550 cash and stock deal. Nvidia, 788.82. Up 27.80, the high of the day, 796 so far. SMCI 707, high of the day, 733. Right now down 569. This is a yo-yo stock. 50 million free traded. Unbelievable volatility here. Be very, very careful of that. Thank you all for joining in. Oh my goodness, Luca, am I missing something? Bobby, choices to make today. Selling Matterport here can get 100 more DraftKings or CART. The Savage of Wall Street, Matterport is the savior of the good old portfolio today. Who would have thought? This is why you average down, kids. Always be writing and use that premium to buy more shares. I'm a happy camper today. BW Matterport is showing as the number 3 in volume on the trading scanners on Thinkorswim. Lots and lots of new traders alerted to little old Matterport today. BW only 1.5 million behind Nvidia in volume and going to blow past it. More scanners and bots are getting pinged on the activity on Matterport. What would be really blow the doors off is if company number 2 comes in and says, we're offering $6 a share, all cash. Now that would blow the doors off of everything. All of a sudden, Matterport will be talked about by everybody. It would be nuts. 974 on the stock, 973 at the moment on Matterport. Nvidia, $790, $28 gain. SoFi, $722, up 11. Rocket Lab holding a 1.5 penny gain. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to see you here. You're seeing a takeover in real time happening, and this can happen with ME at any time. This is possible with ME. It's possible with SoFi. It is possible with GameStop. It is possible with Rocket Lab. It is possible with Smart Rent. It could be possible with any stock, anytime. This is why you make sure to have very good averages. And if you're a writer, be mindful of writing out of the money calls. And what can I say? We've got a lot of activity here. Up 108 on the Dow, improving a quarter of a point now. 28-point gain on S&P, half a percentage point, almost 0.6 now. 0.75 of a point gain on NASDAQ, 117. Oil down 57 cents a barrel. There it is. Headline, CoStar pays big premium to buy tech company that creates virtual showings. They're not even naming the damn thing in the headline. Not even naming Matterport. Unbelievable. There's I don't know what to call that, bias. I'm not sure how to go with that. I don't know. It's incredible. Let's read this article here. Who's doing this article? Can I even read it? CoStar pays big premium. Matterport stock rockets after CoStar's cash and stock buyout deal valued at $1.6 billion. Shares of Matterport skyrocketed Monday after the provider of 3D digital twins of real estate properties agreed to be acquired by online real estate marketplace CoStar Group Inc. in a deal valued at $1.6. CoStar Group and Matterport have nearly identical mission statements of digitizing the world's real estate, says CoStar chief executive and Florence. And looking to welcoming Matterport to the CoStar group family, and believe we are stronger together in pursuit of our common mission. Under the terms of the deal, Matterport shareholders will receive $275 in cash and $275 worth of CoStar for each Matterport shares they own. The $550 per share buyout deal represents 216% premium to Friday's record low closing price of $174. Record low close. Matterport stock soared 181% in morning trading, closing in a 2-year high now, enough to be the biggest gainer on major U.S. exchanges, according to FactSet data. The stock was also headed for its biggest one-day gain since going public in Feb 21, surpassing the previous record tally, 25.9% on November 7, 2023. Meanwhile, CoStar shares rose 1.6%. The deal is expected to close during the year. There you go. Interesting stuff. Okay. There's your headline story. Going out right at the moment. All right, Nvidia 785 now, 784 up $22. Matterport 484 last trade, and CoStar 8584 last trade. Matterport volume now 15.7 million shares of the company. Let me see if I get this through here. Come on, machine. Come on. There we go. ME now 48.9, half a penny higher on a volume of 810,000 shares. Waiting for any news from ME on a buyout. Nvidia 785 up $23. SoFi up a dime. GameStop down 24. Rocket Lab 355 a share, half a penny gain. AI up 40 cents. Supermicro down 12.45 at 701. Spire unchanged, 9.98 a share. Adobe up $2.49. Uber up $1.03 to $70.23. Apple up 59. Tesla down 4.20. Enphase up 2.20. AMD up 81 cents. Netflix down 9.79. SmartRent unchanged at 2.29. That is another candidate for a takeover. Volume this morning, 124,000. Market cap, $467 million. Should be minimum triple this. What can I say? Just not being followed by the market, and it's susceptible to a takeout at any time. Could be a takeout at any time from anywhere. That's all I'm saying. That's where I'm going. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome to the party, pals. We've got Matterport 485, the low of 395. I don't know if that's accurate. I think really 370, 365 maybe. 483.5 right now in Matterport. We're jumping around everywhere. We've got SMCI Supermicro down $10 at 703 after bottoming at 694. We're now back to 705, trying to come back to a break-even scenario. All righty, welcome all. Let's go. Savage of Wall Street. Someone has a bid to buy 100 contracts of Matterport. January 2026 for $550. They are offering 25 cents. Should I take their $2,500? Someone wants to buy 100 contracts on Matterport. Jan 26. These are $550, so they're offering 25 cents. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I just don't know. And Cindy, they only want to give me $3.35 for my $1 calls. I might have to exercise them Interesting. 335 for my $1 call, so that's 435, and the stock is 479. Yeah, they're trying to get you to discount. You're not for sale at that price. Of course, time is on your side, actually. Funny enough, in this case, so we'll see what happens. ME up a half a penny right now. Dow's up 138 and climbing. And we're going up on S&P 27 points. NASDAQ now up 111. So a little better there. And we'll see what everyone has to say about everything else. Thank you all for being here today. The thumbs up meter is coming along. I think we're at now 160. Thank you. 160 on the thumbs up meter. Appreciate that. We're always going for 200 calls or more. If you can do that, please help us out. Thank you. Welcome 318 viewers. Those of you who are following the options game, learning to write options, the classes I have, 17 classes, are on sale till the end of this month. 8 days to go, and the sale ends 5 for the price of 4, $5.99. Make a donation. Go to paypal.com. Look up my name. Bruce Frommert. Traveling with Bruce is where you'll find probably my photo along with my name. You can make a contribution there, $5.99 US funds. Make a payment there, and send me an email. Tell me what 5 classes would you like. There are 17 of them. If you want to know which classes are available, just go down below in the description of this video. There's 17 listed, or go to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, right there. stockmarketswithbruce.ca. That's my website. CA stands for Canada. Head over there, check them out. You'll see all the classes offered there. You can buy 4 on that site if you want, one at a time, at $150 a class, and then send me an email and say, hey, Uncle Bruce, I just bought 4 classes from you on your website for $150 a pop. I would like a number 5 class for free. I'd like this class for free. I'll take care of you that way. You can buy it any way you wish, okay? Let me know if you want 15 classes, just $5.99.99 times 3, and I'll send you 15. Send me an email. Tell me the links you would like. If you want all 17, then it's triple $5.99 plus 300, and buy them all in one shot, and away you go. And away you are. You're on your way. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Nothing wrong with waiting. It was just announced. Let it digest. Let it settle. Let it mellow. And see if bigger buyers want to go, a dollar higher. It has to gate anywhere. The share price buyout not there yet. Yeah, that's right. Let this deal gel. Let this deal be discovered. Let this deal be absorbed. There's a lot of companies out there who know about Matterport who are going, geez, I didn't know we could get these guys. We didn't know they were for sale. We thought they were just going forward for years running this company. I didn't think they would take an offer. And of course, their securities lawyers and advisors in Wall Street will say, well, you don't have to make a friendly offer to buy them. Matterport has gone to the street and said, we're prepared to take $550 and get out. Does that mean someone else could come in and say $650? How about a $650 all stock deal? That'll get people asking which way to go. Another company might come in and say, well, we'll give you $5 a share cash and $250 in stock. That's $750 a share. How about that deal? Someone else might come in and say, we'll give you $4 in cash and $10 in stock. How about a $14 takeover? How about that deal? Would you like to join us? I don't know. Anything is possible on these takeovers. Anything. To any level. There's no cap on these deals. It's $473 in the open market. Now, who's selling at $473? Someone who doesn't want to wait for a better deal. They've given it an hour. That's all I'm giving you. Fair enough. Those folks out there who have margin problems are going, I'm taking $473 cash right now. I'm out of here. I've got other problems. I got bigger fish to fry, and I'm taking this money off the table. Fair enough. However you want to play it. Now, if you want to write $5 calls, good until Jan 26, knock yourself out. You want to write calls, that are 550 calls, knock yourself out. You want to do cash secured puts, knock yourself out. There's all kinds of ways to play this thing, or nothing. Fold your arms and wait. Let's see what gives. Let's see. Nazareth 169 thumbs up here. BW FYI, CoStar options kind of stink, so that ain't sexy at all. Rocket Lab Matterport just became 10% of my portfolio. Cindy, Uncle Bruce, I remember when we first started selling calls on Matterport. Seems like 100 years ago. It does, doesn't it, Cindy? It was unbelievable. The stock just went nuts. And I was begging you guys to write these calls, 25s, 27s, 28s, 30s, 32s, 35s, 40s. I was begging you, please write these calls. Some of you listened, many did not. And so here we are. It is what it is. It is what it is. 786 on Nvidia. We're up $24. ME at 49 cents. 0.7 of a penny. Nothing happening there. It's unbelievable to me that it's sitting there. Just unbelievable to me that it's sitting there with what you're watching on Matterport. It just I cannot explain it. What can I say? GameStop down 27. Rocket Lab down a penny. It is what it is, kids. Yeah, so you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. That's the expression. And boy, do we see it every day or what. Unbelievable. Thank you all for joining this channel as subscribers. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. I really appreciate this, guys. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. Appreciate the thumbs ups. We're 102 points up on the Dow at the moment. And we're up 21 on S&P. We're up 87 on NASDAQ. Welcome to the party, pals. Thanks for becoming part of this group of followers of this channel, becoming part of the family here. You're among friends. And if you want to become a member of the Discord group, become a Gold Bagel member, send me an email and just say to me, hey, Uncle Bruce, I just became a Gold Bagel member. Would you help me become a member of the Discord group? I'll get you links over there and away you go. Okay, we'll get you started down the highway there. And you can hang out with the cool kids there as well. 468 on Matterport. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Under 5, but hey, I don't make the rules. I don't tell people. I don't control their emotions. They do what they do. 85.64 on CoStar. It's up on the day. 138. CoStar shareholders like it. The CoStar followers like what they're seeing. They like this deal. They're going, hey, yeah, all right. We're picking up Matterport. Geez, these guys are about to make a ton of money. Yeah, I think this is a great buy for us. Hopefully no one else will outbid us. Hopefully we can just steal these guys for $5.50 a share. That's what they're probably thinking to themselves right now. Can we steal this company for $5.50 a share? That's what they're probably asking themselves right now. All right. Time will tell. 485, 785 on Nvidia. 785 is where Nvidia is hanging out at right now. All right. DH, the actual difference between Matterport and ME is the actual price behind it. That's right. That's right. The all-time low for Matterport was Friday, 174, 172. ME's all-time low was 35 cents a week ago. It's now 47 cents or whatever the heck we got right now on ME. 48.8. And we know there's someone intends to buy up all the stock they don't already have. And we know it's worth 80 cents cash. We know that. Stock's at 48 cents a share. That's all I have to say about that. A Savage, I woke up and my portfolio's up 50 grand on today's trading and my heart skipped. Did I get margin called? Then realized I'm not on margin. Then I thought SoFi jumped or AI squeezed, but no, it was Matterport. Oh my God, I'm way up on this. Right on, Savage. Never given up faith. Buying, the lower they go, the more you get. And you average your way down. And on the other side, look out. The train left the station. And there you have it. 468, 470 on Matterport. It's still 80 cents cheaper than the deal. It is actually on sale for 15% off. You can buy this stock for 85 cents on the dollar on an offer on the table. That won't go away. That deal is locked. That's a done deal. $5.50. Now, could be higher, but $5.50 is locked. If someone comes in at six and a half, you could make a buck and a half, $2 more. There's all I'm saying. But that's Matterport. You got to play it how you want to play it. ME, I can't tell you. I cannot. There are no guarantees, but it is worth 80 cents a share of cash. the the largest DNA library on the planet. I think it's worth more than 10 or 20 cents a share. So it's not going to be $1. But unless a pharmaceutical or somebody comes in here, an activist investor, Ryan Cohen, were to come in here and buy up ME right now, this is to me a joke. This would be a swoop in on this thing, grab this thing. Oh my God. Yeah. 1.2 billion cash he's sitting on. You can get this company for $350 million. You get the whole thing, theoretically, of course. Oh, man, it's Smart Rent. Ryan Cohen, why don't you buy up Smart Rent? Buy up 10, 15, 20% of Smart Rent. That'll put the stock at $5 in no time. I'm doing what I can. Brian, I feel sick. I sold Matterport last week to buy ME. Could you say good timing? I'm not happy. Pissed, you could say. Also 173, good morning. On the other hand, Brian, if ME goes to $2, then you've taken 170, whatever you sold your stock at, 170 times 4, $7. And so you win that way. So I think you're going to win anyway. But yeah, I hear you. A bird in the hand, right? For sure. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. All right. What can I say? Activist investor Ancora ramps up pressure on Norfolk Southern takeover battle. That's what we need on Matterport. That's what we need on ME. That's what we need on SmartRent. Yeah, that's what we need. Barron's headline, Nvidia stock bounces back. This week's tech earnings will be a big test. Well, Nvidia doesn't release earnings till the 22nd of May. But yeah, we'll be watching everybody else. You darn right we will. 775 on Nvidia, up 1330 as we bounce along all over the place on these stocks. SMCI, 792 down $21 a share. Super Microcomputer, 692 a share. When does that bottom out? And how high does it bounce off the bottom? I don't know. 691 is a low. That's where we are right now in Super Micro. 50 million out. Very small company compared to everybody else out there. Welcome to the party, pals. What a day we're having here. Unbelievable activities. We're getting a little preview, I think, of some activity that is coming down the pipe, in my humble opinion. And what can I say? We're at 174 on the thumbs up meter. Appreciate it. We've got ME at 48.7 cents, an absolute bargain down here compared to what I think could happen. But then again, I'm just a guy talking to 303 people, doing what I can to guide you along and just let you in on what I see and where it's at. The Matterport shares are 468. This is a buy. This is a buy down here. What can I say? The CoStar shares, like the buyer, 85.09, up 82 cents. They're happy. They should be happy. Nvidia, 469.99, up $8 as we go into a bit of a tailspin right now on these markets. Are we going to see a serious sell-off, or is this just a glitch and we run up again? I don't know. It's the low of the day on Nvidia right now. SMCI, 681. This is their low. They're down $10 right there just from a moment ago. They're at 680. They just took a hit, and I don't know why. It's probably margin calls on Super Micro because, again, the leveraged people out there are rolling ridiculous trades, and they're getting whacked. James, Barnaby Fishing, I rolled 2 Tesla 160, 667 Junes to 160 Julys on Friday for a $1,000 profit. Now, I rolled the July 160s today to May 17 140s for another 450. It's 1,450 in 2 trading days, less than a month to expiry. I'm taking these dollars. This is money. I'm taking the money. Savage, nothing is recovering. Dead cat bounce today. SMCI is going down. Nvidia down to 600s probably. Taiwan Semi has got bad numbers. It's all a Matterport. It's all a Matterport of time. Laughing out loud. There's weakness everywhere, but we'll see. Well, yes, we will, Savage of Wall Street. We will see. SMCI, 679 now. This would be, I think, the low range. 677 here. Yeah, 677, 678, down $35 a share. Nvidia at $7.64, still up 222 on the day. The low of the day, not falling like the other one is. The other one is a ridiculous overreaction. But hey, gamblers are on the super micro, no question. They are really into super micro. They are getting whacked over there. All right, but this sell off may not last very long. 467 up 293 on Matterport, and well into the 20 million of volume now. 23 million traded on Matterport. We're not going back very far. It looks like the sell off is reluctant to pennies of reluctance is what I see here. Snowboarder, did the few who had put spreads on Nvidia roll their position on Friday when we had that drop below 800? Just wondering if they were successful. Some did not. We had all kinds of activity last week going into Friday, of course, and folks are now waiting to see what we do this morning. Now we're gaining again on Nvidia now, 467. We're up 5 on the session. The low on Nvidia now has been 464. We're at 468 on Nvidia at the moment. The super micro is at 677 now. The low of 671. It's bounced back $6 in about a minute or two. 677 at this moment in time on SMCI. Okay. We got Matterport 467, the Dow up 90 something points right now. AI is up 12, GameStop down 26, SoFi unchanged, Nvidia up $7, ME 1/5 of a penny higher at the moment. Welcome to the party, everybody. I'm glad you're all here. Savage Wall Street gamblers are on Nvidia too. I know people that bought $800 puts and $1,000 calls. I love these gamblers. Nazareth 468 on Nvidia. What do you mean 768? Yeah, probably 768. On the fly here, Nazareth. Nvidia 766. Over at SMCI 677. Up 95 on the Dow. Matterport $4.67. Up 293. ME 48.7, up a half a penny. Right here, SoFi unchanged. Lots and lots of activity everywhere. Speculation all over the map. But this dead cat bounce has come and gone. It's an hour now that we've been open. We're still positive on the markets. We haven't gone red everywhere. We're not red everywhere. We're still green. There actually may not be a wave of selling of any significance anywhere. We may have had the dip on Nvidia and a little dip on SMCI, but we may have stopped all of it. It might be over. We'll see here. SMCI 684. The low was 671. We bounced out almost $14 back on Super Micro. We've come back almost $14. Okay. Nvidia now 770, 771, 674 low. $7 bounce back on Nvidia. We're up 960. We were not even in the red on Nvidia. It did not go red. That's telling. That's interesting. Thumbs up here. 174 last I saw. Now we're shooting 179, 21 away from 200 thumbs ups. I thank you all for coming in here. I appreciate you. All right. Interesting session, isn't it? 469 on Matterport, 48.7 on ME. Nvidia 774, now up $12. SoFi 712, up a penny. We're going up again. A little climb coming in the market. Oil still off just 14 cents a barrel right now. All right. Wow. Never a dull moment around this place. I'll tell you, 84.82, 84.83 on CoStar, up 56 cents. Still holding a gain on the session here on the takeover of Matterport. Nvidia 773.99, 773.47, $12 gain. 1140 gain, pardon me. We're jumping everywhere. Super Micro 691, up $20 from the low 5 minutes ago. Yeah, there is some serious bargain hunting coming in on Super Micro now. Serious amounts of bargain hunting coming in right now. Okay, 774.67 on Nvidia. I think Auntie Jen is here. Come on in, Auntie Jen. How are you?
Do you know what I think of doing this where I have to knock?
I don't know.
It reminds me of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood when he'd get a knock at the door.
Who that? What do you want?
I feel like I should be the postman or somebody.
Uh-oh. That could be the landlord.
Uh-oh.
Here's how we answer the door in our neighborhood. Who's there?
I could be the landlord.
Oh, my. Well,
How is everybody on this crazy Monday?
We've had a serious development today.
Have we?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Well, Matterport
Yes.
closed on Friday at its all-time low.
Okay.
The low was 173.
Okay.
It was halted this morning.
Oh, what are they doing?
They're being taken over.
There you go.
550.
Oh,
Oh,
that's quite a price.
half stock,
I
half
would,
cash.
I would love to see how they decided on that.
Yeah. The stock now is 469 up to 95. It's been as high as 5-ish. The deal is 550, half stock, half cash. And the question I have is this the only offer they're going to get? Now, both
course,
board of
always,
directors
but-
approved the deal.
And
This is friendly.
Who are these
The
people?
buyer is a company called CoStar. I don't know anything
I
about it.
don't know what
It's a $60 billion buyer.
Okay.
Where the Matterport was $500 million on the
Yeah,
deal, it's
yeah.
now a $1.5 billion company now.
Yeah.
So 64 to $1.5 billion in differential. CoStar is 80 something a share, and they've locked the deal in the $82 a share plus or minus 10%. So you will get $5.50 a share. If the stock goes up to 90 or down to 74, you'll still get $5.50 a share, like cash and stock. They'll
Okay.
adjust the stock payout to get you $2.75 in
Right.
stock. All right.
Right.
So even the price of CoStar plus or minus on the stock won't affect the deal. That's insurance. That's a
Deal
good
is
thing.
done.
It's a good thing. So Matterport is 474, jumping around. It's traded over 20 million now, 25.8 million shares. The question is, anyone else coming out with an offer, a counter offer, a hostile offer? Could
Yeah,
happen.
you never know.
It can happen. But the directors and the insiders
But
representing
it won't take you long to hear that.
the insiders of Matterport, representing 15% of the stock, have agreed to the deal. So
Okay.
15% of the stock
It's
is
kinda
yes,
done.
but 85% of the stock has to vote,
Yeah.
of course. And everyone has to vote, including the 15%. The 15% say, we're taking this deal. But if a secondary offer comes in at $6 cash,
Right. Money's
or
the waters.
$4
Definitely.
cash and $4 stock, that's an $8 deal. Now what do you do? See, so the stock right now is $4.77 on the open market. Now, ME is 48.7 cents, and it's worth 80 cents cash. And we know Ann Wojcicki wants to take it private. She's the CEO,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I'm saying $1 to $2 a share will be needed to do that deal, in my opinion. The stock's at 48 cents, 48 and 49 cents a share.
Yes.
Now we see what happens with the takeover offer, what happened with Matterport. To me, any kind of a formal takeover offer on ME, other than Ann Wojcicki, could move this to $2 a share. And so I am politely yelling at
Right.
my viewers to say, if you still have an average over $2, $3 a share, $5 a share, this is your chance to average down on your ME, because there is on record with the SEC, it's filed, there will be an attempt to take over the company. And so you can't get a clearer roadmap than that. There was no roadmap on Matterport. There was no indication from anyone on Matterport that anything was going to happen, but it happened over the weekend. So here we are.
And with them slowing down on having SPAC releases,
Oh, so they're dead.
this is how you do it now.
That's right.
This is your
Well,
quick and dirty way of doing it.
Rocket Lab has cash in the bank. Matterport has cash in the bank. SmartRent has cash in the bank. ME has cash in the bank. None of them have any real liabilities. So they're
as
all
a company, they're fine.
they're all, as corporations, they're fine. The shares are super cheap, and they're all vulnerable to takeovers. Every one of them is vulnerable. If a large $60 billion company comes in and says $5 a share, the shareholders are going to take that deal if nobody else comes up with a better deal.
Oh,
Management can't stop it. So it's all vulnerable. It's all doable here. And this is why at 48 cents on ME drives me nuts. I'm looking at this thing, well, this thing could go to $2 tomorrow. Could be $2 tomorrow.
Right.
And I will get all the tears of sadness on my channel for people who didn't do anything. But, you know, you can bring a horse to water.
That's right.
That's all you can do. The horse has to drink. All right. Good morning, AP. Please give Biz, Mr. Robertson's neighborhood. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard Carlin. Brian, I have some GameStop covered calls. May 17, $12.
I had to sleep.
I sold for 91 cents. They're sitting around 25 cents. Should I buy back and sell some new covered calls? Yes, immediately. Yes, take that deal.
Yes.
You're down to pennies now. Grab a buck or two. Go with 11s or 10s or 12s into June or October
How
or
much
Jan.
is your time worth? Come on.
Get some money. Get some cash and do some other investing. Yes. Buy more GameStop and write more stock. Buy GameStop even when he calls and write more contracts. I mean, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Welcome all to the program. BW, Apple is still bouncing on 165 support. Used to run NASDAQ, now on its own. And Tesla has a decision on direction into earnings. And at 140, if it breaks, could see 125. But the reality is 100 could be the future stock price. Auntie Jen, good morning.
Right.
Who knows?
Who can say good morning?
Savage, good morning, Auntie Jen. Hope you're feeling
Morning,
great
Savage.
today. We're doing
So
fine.
far, Monday's looking pretty good.
We're doing mighty fine. We're up $15.
Heard the garbage come.
We're up $15 on Nvidia. The super micro stock, the one that dropped like a rock, dropped $200 a share on Friday.
Yes.
It's at $6.98 right now. This morning it started off by going up to $7.33, so it was up 20 something, whatever. It's now gone down to $6.71, but it's right now at $6.95. It's only down $18. It's recovered from $6.71 to $7.96 in 10 minutes.
That's an option writer's playground.
That's scary stuff. That is day traders hell right there. But yeah, those who day trade, unbelievable volatility. We're up 94 on the Dow. We've been up all morning. We're up 13 on S&P. We're up 34 on NASDAQ. The first hour's come and gone. I think the market could go higher today. I think the worst of the sell-off is come and gone. It's over. We're green everywhere, almost everywhere. So there you go.
There you go.
Oh, I'm busy today. Really busy today. Splair, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Couldn't talk spare.
Luca, ciao. Auntie Jen, it's been a while, dear.
Ciao,
How are you?
Luca.
He's in Toronto right now.
Are you still in Toronto?
I told Flint Creek that you were thinking of her this weekend.
I was thinking of you.
She says here, good morning, my dear Auntie Jen.
Good morning, my dear soap lady.
There you go.
My skin still smells like cashmere.
Like cashmere. Beach Point. Auntie Jen, how you doing? Me, I got to get tardy for dinner at this restaurant. This is hard work. Is there lemon meringue on the dessert menu?
And if he's having dinner right now, this is the start of Passover for him.
Well, okay.
This is Passover Seder tonight.
Larry, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Morning, Larry.
We got your messages this morning, Beach Boy. We got your photos.
Yes.
Nice. Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce, the $7 SoFi cash secured put for Jan 26 was $3 last week. There was so much going for me that I missed that. 40% for saving my money for 18 months. That's nuts. Hope some simpletons get in on that. There you go. Yes. Well, we're at SoFi 714.
Right. There are those days.
Insane.
Where you have to, after it's over, you go, what the, how the, where?
You write a $7 cash secured put. You put up $700. They give you $300 back.
Yeah.
You're now agreeing. You're willing to buy SoFi for $4 a share between now and Jan 26. You tell me what the risk is.
Easy.
What's the risk on that deal? Yeah.
That was easy.
No kidding.
That's those are some pretty good premiums.
Unbelievable. $7.79 on Nvidia, up $17, climbing again. $6.96 on Supermicro, up from $6.71. A $25 recovery.
Here's another
Wow.
a little saying. We have all these sayings
We
every
have all these
industry
sayings.
does. But once a stock has been to a certain price, it's easier for it to go back there.
Yeah.
It's always harder the first time to go up to those lofty heights.
And it's easy for a stock to go back half the distance that it was.
Yeah.
Half. So if you see Nvidia from 794 to 750, you take $110, $115 and add it $865. It's a nothing burger to go to 865.
Yeah.
We're at 782. We have 80 more to go go halfway.
People
back.
just get nervous when they're in new territory.
Sure.
But they think, oh, we've been here before.
That's right.
It's easy.
Mandu number 5 says, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good morning, Mandu number 5.
Savage of Wall Street, SoFi at $4 in 2026. Sure, if you force me, I'll fall on that sword any old time with a takeover from Apple at 40 a share. I'll take that deal. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, yes.
How about that?
Mark Antoniel's fall on that sword.
Oh, any old time. We're up 109 on the Dow, up 18 on the S&P. We're up 58 on NASDAQ. Oil up 6 cents a barrel. There's the story. I'm sticking to all of this. Kids, it's easy money. They're just handing it to you. It's unbelievable. Matterport, we're up to 477. That's cheaper than the 550 takeout. So there's a deal there. Not much to think about there. ME 48.8. I think there's an easy triple in this thing. I think there is. I don't know. Nvidia 781 up 1950. SoFi 715 up 4. GameStop still down 33, but hanging around 1010. Rocket Lab down a penny. AI up 31. Supermicro at 700 a share again, down just $13. It has come back a lot here in 15, 20 minutes. From 671 to 700, a $29 recovery. SMCI 4.4 million. There's only 50 million free trading on this thing. It's a $40 billion market cap compared to a $2 trillion Nvidia market cap. People are comparing the two like the same company. Out of their minds. That's what happens on down markets. You stop thinking and they react stupidly. It happens. We're up 28 on AI. Just to repeat that.
No one wants to be the last rat off the ship. Right.
There you go. Adobe down 30 cents. Uber up 41. Apple up 49. Tesla down $6. Let's see. Netflix down 470. We've got Unity down 27 cents. We've got Google up 60. Moderna up 155. We've got Microsoft down 59 cents. The Donald Trump stock is down 153. IBM down 21. Let's see. Amazon up 58, Goldman up 418, Meta down 420, JP Morgan up 192, Walmart up 13. Not much else going on here. Not a lot else going on. It is generally speaking, a positive market. We have a takeover on Matterport. We have ME. We're waiting for their takeover details. What's that going to be? Nvidia back to 779, 780. Yep. SoFi 713, and we've got companies with earnings. We've got takeovers. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. It's like a deli.
We got some of everything.
Yeah, something of everything. I got sliced
ham.
I got sliced salami. I got some blood sausage. I got liver
sausage.
What would you like? Brian, I put in a stink bid to buy back at 23 cents right on, but what a nice guy you are. What a nice guy.
Stink bid save lives.
Mr. Nice.
Mr. Nice.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for those of you who've been picking up classes the last few days. I've been getting your notifications. If any of you have any issues with links, stuff, let me know. Thank you all. Thank you for the thumbs up meter support today. We hit 100 very quickly this morning. We're trying to get to 200 thumbs up, so we're at 189. Thank you. 11 more, and we've got 200 for the session. Thank you all for helping out. Savage of Wall Street is saying, well, all this news on Matterport. SoFi earnings next week. Kids almost out of school. The wife wanting to relax. Guests will have to go back to Tahoe next month. These gamblers need to finance me. Let's go. How about that?
That's right. Leave the skis, bring the suits.
Flint Creek Soap Company, hearts everywhere. Thank you, Flint Creek, for that. Right back at
There you
you.
go.
Happy faces to all
Yeah.
of you. I think it
We
might
love
be
our
time
sweet lady.
to make sure that we honor who we should be really honoring out here. We
You
don't
know
want to
who it is.
ignore these guys. Nothing much has been said about these guys, and I think it might be time that these people right get acknowledged for their mysterious powers of this
Mysterious
market, the incredible power they have over and above everyone in this market. And I'm quickly getting mine in there before anyone else jumps in there. Flint Creek knows, Splair knows. Here we go. Splair absolutely knows what we're dealing with here. Stuart Lonsdale, yes, definitely time. Luca knows.
Luca knows.
Yes, it's time to honor those who can absolutely make or break our markets. D.H. Ruda knows
Does
exactly.
Luca know not to talk hockey in Toronto?
Luca is probably inundated with all kinds of Leafs discussions going on out there. The Big E knows. Zzz, says the Big E. There you go. Larry Titus knows. Oh, yes. Time to put those emojis up there. Corinne knows. Untamed Viking. It is time
Untamed
to honor.
Viking.
The Big
Great
T
name.
also knows. It
Great
is
name.
time. It is time to honor the Knights, the ultimate rulers of the universe. Richard Carlin. Neat. There you go, right there. It is time. Do not upset this individual Knight of Neat. Don't do that. It's not a good idea to do that.
Fierce.
Not
Ferocious.
a good idea. You're just taking your life into your hands.
It's got a good look. Good
Even Crusaders bow to the Knights of Neat. No question about it. Welcome to the party, pal. It's great to see you. Don't let Strickland catch you without giving us a thumbs up. He'll give you wink slips. Even this doofus knows. Don't get. That guy ever have hair? Don't get caught by this guy. Leave me alone. Just one thing, everybody. Don't forget to join me tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock on this channel as we get rolling again. Thank you all. Don't make this man mad. It would be a bad thing. Thank you all very much for all your support of this man's channel. We're up 15 on Nvidia. We're up 7/10 of a penny on ME. Matterport's up $3 at 475. The Dow's up 100. GameStop's still down 28. Rocket Lab down 1.5. We will see you tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Thank you for joining me for another Monday of fun. Auntie Jen and I are going to have some breakfast now. Try to build on our day here. We'll keep an eye on these markets with you. We'll see you later, everybody. All the best to all of you from around the world. Thank you for your support. We'll see you next time.
Have a good Monday.
Bye for now.
Bye.